Today we got something a little bit different for you guys. We got the Dystopia review. I don't have the actual product in my hand, so I'm gonna leave it floating up here like a weatherman blue screen behind me. Have the product floating. But we're gonna kick it off with Forius is gonna get us going. Why Forius? Why not myself? Because Forius' shit is fucking awesome. That's why. If you've ever watched any of Forius' guest reviews, he's got amazing music, picture breakdown. He uses a great visual display, and he's got this awesome forensic style report that he's going to give you on the label breakdown, and it's freaking sweet. And Fornius has helped me along the way, giving me ideas and stuff. At the same time, he always lets me know that I got to have my, you got to bring your own flavor, which I always appreciate. Some people want to change this, that, and this, but Fornius is like, you could add this, you could change. Fornius has helped me with things like lighting. He's the one that kind of suggested doing something like this in the background, displaying the products. I've actually adjusted my halo light I used to have on my phone. Now I got two lights. I got one to the side and my phone without a light. So there's little small things that Fornix has helped me out production wise. So he's going to kick it off. And then after that, I'm going to jump in, and then Zach's going to wrap it up. And Zach's wrapping this thing up. He's closing it, and I'm letting him bring it at home because Zach's the one that got this all together, man. He was the straw that stirred the drink here. Zach's been a really good friend of mine, and I appreciate him putting me on this pre, and I also appreciate him reaching back out to Fornius, because I feel like every Stim junkie out there has had an encounter with Fornius, man. He knows his shit, and he's really down to earth and chill about it too as well. He's not like one of those pre-workout know-it-alls that they think they got a PhD in Stim junkie because they've took pre-workouts for the last 10 years. But that's part of the thing is you got to know when you swing and miss, and you got to know when you hit some home runs. Like we all can't hit perfect 1,000 every single time at the plate. But all right, now let's kick it over to Fornius.
Hey guys, Forius here for another review with the GYMDAD Fitness, and today we are talking about this pre-workout, which is Dystopia, and I happen to have a tub of this. I want to share my experience with you. So the first and only review I saw about it was by Ali G from ThinkFit247 YouTube channel, so shout out to him. In his review, he said it has legit DMA feel to it and spoke highly of it. So I decided to give it a shot, and I got it from Nutritional Supplements website. And to be honest, when I tried it, it was kind of disappointing for me. It was a letdown. So there was a big difference between his review and what I actually experienced in the gym. Obviously, I didn't feel any DMA in it. By all means, I had a good workout. It was a productive training session. Yeah, I understand we're all different. We react differently. Even you can react differently to the same pre-workout on some days. So consistency with such high Stim pre-workouts is quite rare, unfortunately. So if you look at real close to the label, it's really a copy of the another high Stim pre-workout, Kalimamba. So I don't know what the hell going on with the industry right now. So there is a big problem with original pre-workout companies, brands coming up with their own ideas, trying new formulations. So I can give some examples like Dark Energy, how Zeus tried to mimic that label. Then KJ Labs released Pyre, which is exact copy of Zeus. Hell, even 28 servings of it was same as well. And then recently, Mr. White's label also looks suspiciously similar to it. I can go on like how Kill Switch is the same with the Final Car and so on. So that's why I respect brands like Vices and Vibes, how original their labels in Smack Pre-Workout or Garage Gym Homie come now with unique pre-workout, Maniaco. So shout out to both. So after my initial experience with this pre-workout, I thought it was a trash, and I was sitting on my shelf for a while. But then I was talking to a guy from Reddit, Zach. He told me he also has this pre, and it's much better with 17 grams dose instead of 13. So I did try that. Shout out to him for reintroducing this pre-workout for me. I'm not a big fan of taking more than recommended serving size, but I took the 17 grams and it was a day and night difference in experience for the better. I actually did feel a hint of DMA uh, as an effects like euphoria, endurance, focus, crazy drive. So I loved it. But let's keep it straight. If you have to take more than serving size of certain pre-workouts, it's not a damn good workout, right? But this is a 30 serving pre-workout, so even if you take 17 grams each time, you're still gonna get like 22 servings, which is great. Take into account that nowadays all illicit pre-workouts come with 20 servings at max. So to wrap it up, I'm gonna give you some short answers to main questions that we give ourselves before getting a pre-workout. So, is it a good pre-workout? Yes, it is, but only at 17 grams. Should I buy it? Yes and no. If you're a Stim junkie, you like to collect and try new pre-workouts, always looking for new next big thing, you're really enthusiastic about it, then hell yes, you should have it in your collection. It's a fun pre-workout, fun addition. If you're a beginner Stim junkie, I'd rather go with other products like M2. So this is my experience with Dystopia. Most of you can sit this one out. As I said, it's not a must-have pre-workout. There are far more better options out there. But if you really want to try it, you can go ahead and get it. So thanks for watching. See you on the next one.
We're all running this thing at 17 grams, and I'm gonna tell you why too when we get to the servings. I feel like you get this a lot. They Stim junkie prees that they almost want you to they're daring you to run it at that extra heaping scoop. But all right, let's get into this label breakdown. We have 6 grams of citrulline. I didn't even look at this label outside the fun stuff in it. This is all brand new to me. The citrulline makes sense. I'm feeling pretty fucking pumped up right now. Just hit some triceps, and so that makes sense. Beta alanine 3 grams. Not the 3.2, so everyone don't get too frustrated. There it was just straight 3 grams. Taurine and all arounder 1 gram. Agmatine, more pumps there at 1 gram. DMAE at 500 milligrams. That's not the fun stuff, but another aspect of Stim junkie pre that's gonna help everything drive together mental wise. And then caffeine anhydrous at 350. We love that spot at 350. And then L-theanine 350 milligrams. So I know some of you guys might be a little bummed out about that, especially since there's no alpha yo in this one. To have that L-theanine as well as kind of more of a calming, helps ease off the stims. So the fact there's only 350 caffeine, which is a sweet spot, but there's no other like types of caffeine. There's no alpha yo, there's no yohimbine HCl. So the fact that it's just caffeine and theanine, it spooked me out a little bit, thinking if this one would pack a punch or not. And I think I'll tell you why. It still feels fine and how we used it. And then almost PC principle. Almost caught me there. DM 80 milligrams, fun stuff there. Then the HA at 75 milligrams. So 2 little combo packs there. That's kind of low for the HA. We usually see that combo a little bit more. But they're still, either way, both powerful dosages there. The AA at 80 is pretty solid. And then black pepper extract to help everything digest at 10 milligrams. All right, so let's get into the effects of this one. So this one comes in pretty gently, which is not unexpected based upon there's no alpha yo, there's no yohimbine HCl, there's no caffeine citrate. It's just straight caffeine anhydrous. So it's going to come in about as quick. The just general energy comes in about as quick as like a Bang energy drink, especially at 350 milligrams of caffeine. It's probably going to feel very similar. And every single time I ran this one, we ran it at 17 grams, and I didn't even mess around because those are the samples, like I said. And there's 30 servings in this, by the way. So that's why I have no problem. If this was like a 20 servinger, I would have a problem. I would probably dock them some points. But I feel like sometimes these Stim junkie prees, they might make a badass label like this. I firmly believe everything I just read there is in this. The AA, maybe there's so many rumors out there that this is completely gone and that It's got to be something else that mimics it at this point in time. But I don't know. I'm not a part of the industry. I review these damn supplements and I tell you how they feel, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know exactly if it's around or not. I don't know some guy at the docks that imports this stuff or some shit like that. All I know is this one at 17 grams feels freaking good. It comes in like nice and smooth. About the 30 to 40 minute mark, you start getting the euphoric vibe, and it just keeps building and building and building up to an hour. It's a dancing pre. It's a euphoric pre. It's one that you can take. Sometimes like I don't really want the drama of like a slapper, like a I'm trying to few off the top of my head, Smash, Firestorm, Machine, some of those ones with have the alpha yo in the illicits, and those are awesome. It's like holy shit. Sometimes those things are a ride. Sometimes I just need something nice and smooth, and like this is one of those ones. If you got plenty of sleep, you already feel like you have pretty good energy. You just need a little bit of kick, but at the same time, you want that like dancing euphoric vibe. You need that like you want that happiness jolt there. This is one for you. At 17 grams, this thing had that get up at that 45-minute mark. It had you floating a little bit, just enough. You weren't like in some sort of like zoned in bubble where like nothing else in the world mattered. It's a very happy euphoric pre. It's a can't miss one for a Stim Junky. It's one of those illicit Stim Junky pre's that you feel like very good on. You don't feel like unhealthy. You definitely get a little bit of the dryness in the mouth, so you know something's good. You know there's some good shit going on in there. And both times I took this one, yeah, I let it brew, and it just keeps on building. And the teening, it does ease it off. But I think when you take it at 17 grams, you're getting enough caffeine that it's not too bad of a drawback. And I think at that 17 grams, we're also gonna get. I mean, if it is just DMHA or if it's just that stuff, the 2 amino, then anyway, it's the good source. And I don't know if the other one's in there or not, but there's stuff in here that's going to definitely make you satisfied and happy, and it's going to make you work hard. It's going to put you in a damn good mindset. And this is one of those ones that's hard not to grab every single time that you have a Stim Junky type pre-workout day down your pipeline. And I'm really pumped that Zach put me on this one. It seems like kind of a gimmicky one. It's a flashy label. It has big claims, as you can see on the screen with the labeling. They literally just put it right there for you to see. So it smells a little fishy. It looks a little fishy, and but overall, it was an awesome experience. I had two people, like Forius is going to give you his thoughts, and we've talked about this one before, and we all really enjoyed it. If I had to compare it to one, that's the next thing people always want to know. I'm gonna grab this one right here. I feel like this one got slept on. This one I reviewed early on in my experience. I was a huge BPI fan back in the day, and I love this thing. Actually, very, very similar breakdown. They both have 13 grams scoop size on a flat level, and I feel like this one got slept on because a lot of people were reviewing it at that flat level, or they got samples of it because BPI was really pushing samples. And I think they might have went wrong instead of pushing the samples because us Stim Junkies, we tend to want to take those snow coners, those nice thick heapings, and say, oh, there's one scoop for the day. And so I think people got the samples, and the samples were actually underdosed a little bit too as well. And so I feel like they made a big mistake sending those out, because I know a few people that bought the sample packs and then weren't big on it, and they just went to the next one. But this one claims the fun stuff in it, which is pretty wild. It claims the 2 amino and the other one, the extract stems and leaves. And this is exactly what it felt like. Almost tasted like it. And I did the exact same thing. If you go back and watch my review on this one, I said it's a very good intro level pre at a flat level, which I imagine that's what this one would be as well. But I would take this one at like 17. I think I mentioned in the review, like exactly like 17 grams, 18 grams. And it has you like just happy floating, and there's something up. Like these feel like they're exactly the same damn thing. And both awesome experiences, not disappointed at all. This one might be a little more, I'm not going to say, sometimes you run into recency bias. I was going to say might be a little more happy, but man, I like this one enough that I mean, even having all these pre's, you can see I still sealed this one. I just was worried with BPI being a big name and having crazy claims on their label, this would go away real quick. And I think this is one that people are sleeping on. And this is one, right? This Dystopia is one people are sleeping on as well. Definitely worth picking up. I honestly, like, I haven't looked into where you can even like get the damn thing at right now. And so I'll put some links below. Maybe I could try to reach out and get some discount codes or something like that. But also just scoring wise, Euphoria, I got to give this thing almost a 10. Like it's like, yeah, I mean, I'll do my pie chart. It's not in the red, but it's about as full of green as you can. This is at 17 grams too. Pumps were pretty damn good, like a nice solid, like the agmatine sulfate citrulline combo. I took some pump pills on top of it from Centurion Labs, took some of their pump pills, and I threw those babies in, and I mean, I would give it about an 8 out of 10. And just raw energy, it doesn't really kick, it doesn't slap. So I'm gonna give that thing like a 7 out of 10. But it feels exactly how the label shows it should feel, with 350 milligrams of caffeine and that theanine. It's gonna come in smooth. It's a very smooth pre-workout. It's not a slapper. So like you're gonna get 6 out of 10s on overall like sense of urgency, 6 out of 10 on raw energy. But like we said, I look at you look at your pre-workouts like a baseball bullpen. You want a guy with a good fastball, good curveball, good changeup. You have your specific type of pre-workout you want for specific days. And this was a nice, smooth tricep day. Something that like I didn't want anything to like. I was training late in the day. I didn't want anything that was gonna like crack me out and make me all jittery and stuff. And I just wanted something, no drama, but something that was making me feel damn good. Because like Tuesday lifts sometimes it can be a little lethargic. So I wanted something to bring the juice, bring the dancing vibe, and this got the job done. So the star of the show for me is Euphoria. Like I said, damn near almost a 10 on 17 grams on this one. But then you draw back the sense of urgency, the raw energy, and then also the pumps were pretty savage. And then the tunnel vision. Tunnel vision is what I'm missing there. Tunnel vision is pretty good, pretty good. I'll give it like it kind of goes with that euphoric element. I'll give it a solid like 7.5 to 8 out of 10, like pretty far up there in the green on the little bar chart there. But overall, like I said, awesome pre-workout. Definitely pick this one up, and let me know if you give this one a try, because I feel like I haven't seen much out there on this one. But GYMDAD Fitness, like and subscribe. Like I said, Forius's breakdown was fucking sweet. Like anyone that's been in the pre-workout game the last 10 years can appreciate his like transition from comparing labels to the next label. And some of those ones even caught me off guard. Like I didn't even realize. I kind of had an idea on some of them. And like you said, you go down a rabbit hole. You can look at the Smash AMF versus the Firestorm, and there's this. It's all over the damn industry. And so I do appreciate him giving a shout out to people that are original. But all right, now let's kick it over to Zach. Zach's gonna wrap it up. Like I said, Zach's the one that got this all together. This is his first time jumping on the channel, so I will kick it to you now, Zach.
I'm Zach. Barcliffs on Reddit. I just joined there. If you haven't seen me there yet, go check me out over there. We got Dystopia. Now, I'm not going to get into the label. I'll let GYMDAD get into that because I'm not smart enough for that. Now, let me tell you about this. First 2 times I took this at a single serving, and I was very disappointed because when you look at this label, you're thinking, man, this is going to be a good ride. And I had to give it one more shot. So the 3rd time I ever tried this, I'm like, screw it. Let's do a little more. So I was aiming for like 1 1/4, 1 1/3. End up, it's a 14 or 13 gram serving. So I tried 17. I'm like, let's do it. And what a total heightened experience over that one scoop. And it's, just perfect. And today I did the same thing, 17. And so I'm speaking to today's effects on it. About 10 to 15 minutes in, I started getting a little bit of a head buzz and a little excitement. Start to, good mood elevator right off the bat. I'm excited to come out here and pump some weights. Now, about 20 to 30 minutes in, that head buzz starts to move to the rest of your body. And it's a warm buzz, and you start to get those goosebumps, the good goosebumps, and the focus just starts to lock in right around the 30-minute mark, and you're just pumping weights, and that's, happy, pumping weights, you're in the good mood, the focus is there, and the music's starting to get a little better, and you're just starting to hit PRs. PRs on every lift today, and just happy. Music sounds better, dancing around a little bit, singing. I'm in the garage gym, so I don't have to worry about anyone else.
And then uh, and also no sense of urgency. And if you do get that, it's the sense, this excitement, you want to get out there and go because you're so excited. It's not the urgency of like, holy crap, I'm starting to freak out. Um, and you don't lose your breath on this. I mean, I was getting impatient on my rest sets, but I made myself do it because you got to have the rest in between sets. But I was just not out of breath. Endurance was there, pushing sets to the absolute max, and failing because of the muscle, because of not having the strength anymore, not because of the out of breath like you get with some other hitters. But then I'd say around the hour mark, it just starts to smooth out. Like just you're not the full body buzz, warm buzz is still there, but you're not. It's not going anymore. It's just gonna start tapering off a little bit. And right now I'm hour and a half out. Oh, hour and a half since I took in this. Just finished my workout. Pumps on it. I mean, the pumps are what you make them. I mean, this shirt. I mean, you get a little bit of a pump in there, So that's good. But like I said, you're gonna get the pumps that you get out of it with your own mentality. And as far as is this good for you? Absolutely. You can use this on any workout, legs, anything. So anyway, yeah, thanks. I'm glad to be on this review with GYMDAD and Forius, and maybe I'll get on some more in the future. All right, have a good one, guys.
So that wraps it up for the Dystopia review, and that was a blast, man. I would do so much more of these if I could. If I could, I would have one every week. But it's just we're all trying to acquire pre's and running different pre's at different days and different workouts and stuff. And so sometimes it just stars just don't align. But I love these. I love the team aspect, and these guys are some of my ride or die day ones. And I feel like sometimes in the industry, some reviewers, I always want to say like CT Fletcher, the great CT Fletcher, if you've ever seen this video, he always used to say, you could be the smartest motherfucker in the world, but if you're closed minded, you just made yourself the dumbest motherfucker. Excuse me, I have got a little cold going on here, but anyway, I kind of take that because I feel like a lot of reviewers, they kind of um, stigma of being know it alls. And to me, I know no more, no less than a lot of these Stim Junky greats out there in the industry. I'm not going to belittle myself, but I'm not going to put myself above them. And I'm always willing to listen to their feedback and support. And these guys are all my day ones, all day one that's been jumping on my reviews. And there's people out there that, I get information from too that don't necessarily want to do the reviews. And that's perfectly fine. And I'm really everyone that I've been connection with right now that jumps on these reviews. These are my ride or dies, and GymDad Fitness channel blows up, gets big, or GymDad Fitness channel gets one more subscriber and sputters out. It's like either way, we're still all good friends, and I'm not just ditching them for the next big thing. I feel like Luis told me this story. Luis Mr. Remix Everything, brought up a story about him putting on I'm not going to name the individual reviewers, but a couple of reviewers reviewed Wildfire, and they kind of like he told him about it, put him on it. He did his review first, then they kind of ghosted him, and then went and did their review and never like gave him a shout out or anything like that. And it seemed like a low blow to me. Like just because you'd have more subscribers and things like that doesn't mean you should treat them like the other person. I feel like the motto my grandpa always lived by was treat the CEO like the janitor. And so my thing is, no matter how fucking big I get, it's like every person's just as valuable. I don't give a shit if you got 40 million followers or something like that. You still treat that person like they got one. All that matters is we all got one, this one subscriber, and that's the big man upstairs. And anyway, I'm spewing off now. I'm going on a rant, but I had a blast. Long and short of it is that these things are freaking fun, and I want to do more. So if you want to connect, and we'll form a relationship, send reviews back and forth, and if this is something you might want to jump in on, we can maybe work something out in the future. But hit me up on YouTube, Instagram, GYMDAD Fitness. Like, subscribe. I'm out.